I'm James Mcleod. I'm a mentor and a coach, and a lot of my work is in the area of career coaching. How I define career coaching is working with somebody to understand themselves, understand their strengths, and understand how best to harness them to offer value to the organizations they're approaching for work. I would recommend that anybody who has a clear understanding about what type of job really suits them the best and has some idea of the sorts of actions that they want to take, but really just needs to put the jigsaw together, they are the ideal candidates for coaching at Jobcare. So what's very distinctive to coaching as compared to mentoring is that the coach will not be directive. The coach will ask you a lot of questions. They will ask you what you want to achieve, what direction do you want to go in, what are you passionate about, what have you done in the past that's been successful for you, what would success look like for you, what would your ideal job be, what would your ideal work environment be. These are the types of questions that your coach is going to ask you. So it's really valuable if you've thought through those answers a little bit beforehand so that you can actually take the conversation to a higher level, or to the next level with your coach. So when you're preparing for your session with your career coach, first of all, it's really important that you come with a pen and paper and you're ready to actually write down some actions that you discussed with your career coach. But before you come, you really want to say to yourself, what am I going to get out of this session? What do I want from this? What will success look like for me? What will success not look like for me? If there was one area I should really be focusing on in my hour, what should that area be? These are the types of preparations that it's really important to do before you come for your session. You're going to be talking to an expert, somebody with a lot of ability to ask you the right questions, but you have to have some understanding about the direction you want to go, and you need to have some sort of a roadmap before you come into that session. So the time flies very fast when you only have a 1 hour session with someone. So it is quite important to understand what you love, what you're passionate about, what would make you really happy. If all jobs paid the same, what would you be doing? If you were paid for the next year to do anything you wanted, what would you actually be doing? It is quite important to have some sort of understanding of that before you come for career coaching. So you might be stuck, but you need to have some sort of idea about your passions and what makes you tick, what gets you up in the morning, what keeps you happy. What type of work do you do where you doesn't feel like work? What sort of job would you be doing if it felt like play actually within the workplace? These are the types of things you do want to understand before you actually talk to your career coach. What a career coach will do for you is actually help you piece this together and take some practical steps to actually bring your ideas to reality, from implementation to achievement. If I were talking to you, I would first of all ask you, what knowledge do you have? What skills do you have? What attributes do you have? What assets do you have? And then I'd ask you to actually connect those four areas to a real case. Because when you give me the real case, that's when I really understand the type of value that you're going to be able to give to my organization. What I'm checking for is, are you eligible for this job? I'll know that through how you answer those questions and connect me back to your real situations that you've actually faced in your work life. I will also understand not only how eligible you are for the job, but actually how suitable you are. Because at the end of the day, the key question I'm asking as an employer is, what value can you add to my organization? And it's up to you to prove to me what value you can add. When you've finished having a coaching session with me, I would expect you to have written down some clear action steps with clear timelines, and also a way of actually knowing when you have actually succeeded in fulfilling those action points. What gets measured gets focus. What gets focus gets outcomes. What gets outcomes gets you a job. If you've got to that stage where you are making progress and understanding what you want to do next, you're somewhat connected to your passion, but you want to get to the next stage and actually put the jigsaw together, I would thoroughly encourage you to come and talk to a career coach at Jobcare. You need to put a mirror on yourself and have somebody ask you different questions to expand your thinking and shift your thinking to make sure that you package up your strengths in a way that makes sure you offer value to potential employers. I don't want to overcomplicate career coaching. It's wonderful if we can get goals and we can see those goals measured and achieved. But sometimes when I think about my time as a career coach, I just ask myself this very simple question. When the person left the room with me, did they know something new? Did I shift their thinking? Did I shift their perspective? Did I move them forward? If I did, then they're on the way to understanding themselves better and increasing their chances of getting back into the workforce.